the gold. And it currently belongs to Patricio Pitbull in the red gloves, Archuleta in the blue. This is round number 1. And Archuleta, by the way, John, telling us that he believes footwork is going to be his biggest advantage in this fight.
Well, that's because his footwork is going to create the angles that he's going to be able to attack Pitbull off of. But what you're seeing out of Pitbull is exactly what I thought he would do. I'm going to go to the center here, and I'm going to let you dance around and get all that energy out, and I'm just going to wait to pick my shots.
Pitbull has 10 wins via first-round KO or submission. Archuleta has 5 wins via first-round knockout.
Well, when you're looking at the difference in power, Archuleta's got power in his hands, but he doesn't have what Pitbull does.
11 of Archuleta's 23 victories have come via form of KO.
Pitbull has that snap, that power that he can knock anybody out. Archuleta, when given the right opportunity and lands the right shot, he can put you out.
Hearing from Douglas, the Phenom Lima, of course, he's going to try to get his welterweight title back from the man who took it from him, Rory McDonald, coming up next month in the final of the welterweight World Grand Prix.
What a fight that's going to be.
Archuleta trying to zigzag his way in, and that was in the garden of good and evil.
Right here for me, right here.
Not a laughing matter, John.
No,
I know his action. Right here, please.
But thank you.
Watch what occurs. That little inside kick is a little off target.
That was an accident. Got a little time.
Of course, Patricio Pitbull will have up to 5 minutes if he so desires, but he's already saying double thumbs up. I'm a champion.
Be careful with the low blows.
More annoyed than hurt.
Ready?
Yes. As annoying as a robocall. Archuleta back, utilizing the footwork. And like you say, Patricio Pitbull staying in the center of the cage.
And Pitbull knew this is exactly the way Juan Archuleta was going to come out and fight him. Trying to create angles.
Head kick by Archuleta, but loses his balance. Up kick by the challenger. And now it's Pitbull putting all the pressure on, looking for the guillotine.
Be careful of that guillotine because Pitbull has a very strong guillotine.
11 of Pitbull's victories have been via form of tap out, looking for the guillotine here in round 1.
Smart job, you're seeing Juan Archuleta controlling the hands, just relaxing in the position. Pitbull is just controlling. He's not even trying to really squeeze right now until he feels that he gets that arm in place.
By the way, Archuleta's lone loss via Bravo choke, or via triangle choke. And that was way back in 2015.
And if you see Pitbull engage his hips, bring his hips in towards Archuleta's head, that's when this gets tight.
And the referee warning Pitbull about the knee to the head, John, because the knee is down.
He's a grounded fighter. You see his knee on the ground. There's no doubt he's grounded. Any part of his body other than his hands and feet that touch the ground, he's a grounded fighter.
Archuleta wants to. What does he need to do here to alleviate the pressure and try to get back up on his feet and avoid being tapped out here?
Well, the problem for Archuleta is not that he avoid the pressure, because there is no pressure in most of it. He's waiting, and Pitbull's waiting because he's seen it. He can change it, now he's out of it.
A minute and a half left in the first frame, scheduled for 5 for the Bellator MMA Featherweight Championship.
Pitbull on top of you is incredibly heavy. He's got a very good pressure. Nice knee inside.
Pitbull has had to survive and endure some personal tragedies, including losing his longtime jiu-jitsu trainer, Alexander Bosco, who unfortunately completed suicide in January of 2018. But that's not all. He also lost his longtime kickboxing trainer, Bruno Gavea, to a car accident 7 years ago. So Pitbull's had to endure his fair share of tragedy. And oh, there's a knee again being warned.
That was a good knee. It was to the chest and shoulder area. He can do that.
Yes, he can.
Obviously, Jason Herzog knows it. He's saying, watch the knee, just because he's telling him, hey, be careful of its placement.
Final half minute of the first. And Archuleta just neutralizing the champion, trying to keep him from any offense. But Pitbull scoring with some left hands to the body. Final 15 seconds of the round. And now Pitbull unloading the right hands on Archuleta. Archuleta gets tagged with that right hand. Archuleta, though, feverishly fighting from his back. Full mount, but time's running out.
Are you ready? Fight!
Bell in round at number 2, the champion Patricio Pitbull, the slight favorite coming into this championship bout. In the red gloves, Juan Archuleta in the blue gloves. After 5 minutes, your unofficial scorecard reads...
That's easy. 10-9 Pitbull gets the first round.
And why is that, sir?
Well, it's pretty simple. He's the guy that landed the shots. He's the guy that did what was, if you're talking about volume shots, the better shots, he gets it.
Always trying to educate the masses, John.
This is the round that we expect. Archuleta has got to start pushing a pace to make Pitbull work. If he doesn't push that pace to make him work, Pitbull's gone 5 rounds many times. He can do that. You've got to push him at a pace that he's not comfortable with.
You told me something interesting as we talked about this fight. You almost said that Archuleta has to lose the first 2 rounds, and he wants to take Pitbull into deep waters. But what did you mean by that?
Well, you know, everyone thinks that you have to win. Oh, I have to be winning. You don't always have to be winning every moment of a fight.
It's a right hand from Pitbull.
But you have to be creating situations to say, well, this is my game plan, and I create the situation that I may be losing, but I'm making you work. A la Frank Shamrock against Tito Ortiz.
Oh, no, not another eye poke.
We're good.
How do we fix the problem? And I am serious, John.
Yeah.
We need to definitely change the curvature of the gloves to make the hand where if the fighter's got to really work to create it to go straight out.
Okay. You're good.
He's going for a knee tap, goes up.
How is your eye?
Not bad at all.
You okay here?
Not saying he didn't touch his eye, but it's not a bad one.
Can you see out of your eye clearly? Can you see out of your eye clearly? Yes, okay. This is an accident. He's just been warned about that, okay? You ready to continue? Yeah?
So, Patricio Pitbull getting a little frustrated. Low blow.
All right, guys.
Eye poke. Oh, that's 2.
Yep. On Archuleta, though, bouncing up and down the balls of his feet, coming in, trying to use angles to close the distance on the champ.
Well, when you're walking into a buzzsaw that has the power.
And there is the left hand of that buzzsaw.
Exactly. You've got to be careful in how you do. You've got to create situations where he is off balance.
Archuleta looking for the takedown, neutralized by Pitbull looking to pummel.
One of the things about Archuleta, when he gets in these situations, generally, normally, usually, if he's going to exit, you're going to see him landing a shot on the exit. He is normally willing to disengage from a wrestling situation and come back at it. Since he's had a hard time getting in on Pitbull, he might try to work this situation. There's your nice little foot stops a la
Marco Puas. 2.5 minutes left in the second. The champ putting all the pressure on Archuleta on the fence.
And again, in clinch situations, you can make somebody work. But right now, it's Pitbull making Archuleta work.
Bellator MMA president Scott Coker looking on a cage side. Matchmaker Rich Chow as well. Coker's always been a fan of the tournaments, going back to the days of the K1 tournaments, Pride Fighting Championship tournaments, old school UFC, and of course Strikeforce, and now in Bellator MMA.
There's that dynamic part of Juan Archuleta's arsenal in attack. You see him going for that jumping knee. He'll do those things off of any position.
Minute and a half left in the round. Archuleta unable to turn the tables on Pitbull. Now he does. Oh yeah, Ronaldo, watch this.
Just when you say it.
Of course, always.
Double unders for Pitbull. He has the ability to control the upper body here. Bring those hands up high. Stretch Archuleta out, bring him down.
Foot stomps are just irritating, right, John? What do they? I mean, they try to just what they do hurt, but
they make you move your foot, which makes you change your balance point.
Under a minute left in the second. Referee looking for more action.
It's about
so are the fans.
Here you have the do-si-do back and forth. It's time to do
need to create some separation.
If someone cannot get that takedown. And the reason that Jason's not is that you saw with the double unders, Pitbull actually has control of the position and is trying not to take away an advantage that he has. Now it's gone.
Incumbent on Pitbull to try to improve. He's just keeping Archuleta pinned along the fence.
Stay active when you're in the clinch on the cage, okay?
Looking to extend his win streak to 19. Patricio Pitbull looking to maintain his hold on the gold. And immediately Archuleta comes storming out from his corner.
That was a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. But, you know, I like
and another kick and a miss.
Archuleta really trying to utilize that footwork that he's learned from guys like TJ Dillashaw and Dwayne Ludwig.
And you mentioned TJ Dillashaw was supposed to be in the corner, but just minutes before this fight, he was told that he had to watch from the crowd because of his suspension.
Yes, he was suspended by USADA, but he was also suspended by the New York State Athletic Commission. And since that was done, the state of California will take and they will uphold that suspension and not allow him to be either a competitor or a trainer during a fight.
Archuleta from Salvasquez just got tagged by that right hand from the champion Pitbull, and Pitbull immediately going across, put side position, side control, but Archuleta got dropped and now trying to avoid the guillotine.
He has to be very careful. Pitbull's got a very tight 10-finger guillotine he's good with. He's opened up a big shot. Yep.
The plasma is flowing as we've got Archuleta leaking like a political document here with a minute and a half gone in the third.
A political document. I love that. And Pitbull does not have anything close to a guillotine set in place.
And he's doing the, yeah, he's trying to just, whoa, Archuleta rising. Archuleta sees the blood. Archuleta knows he needs to impose his will and skill with 3 minutes left here in the third.
Archuleta is bleeding from a cut on his head, obviously.
Body lock by Pitbull.
Blood when it gets to the sweat, it's gonna look worse than it is. None of this is something that should stop him right now.
I mentioned during the prelims the red wedding reference that Chael P. Sonnen didn't get from the Game of Thrones, and this is literally a Game of Thrones for the Bellator MMA Featherweight Championship, and they continue to jockey for position.
And it was one of those elbows on the ground to the side of his head that opened up the cut. But again, it's blood, it's no big deal. It's not getting in his eye, it's not affecting his vision.
It's MMA, Big John.
And a baby.
Archuleta misses with that head kick. 2 minutes left in the third. A right hand by Pitbull dropped Archuleta. Archuleta was able to get back to his feet. And hey, when this fight is completed, please join us for the Featherweight World Grand Prix Selection Show. That is coming up next. Yours truly and Jen Brown will handle the duties, but that should be fun and definitely a twist with a champ's choice. But we are set here to determine who will be the champion for that selection show. Minute and a half left in the third. Again, Archuleta misses with the head kick. And it looks like Archuleta's right eye giving him problems.
Oh, you got hit with a shot. You can see that it's got a little bit of swelling there. Archuleta is picking up the pace. This is what he has to do if he wants to come away with a win against Pitbull. He has got to push the pace. He's got to have a high RPM fight.
Archuleta switched to southpaw, misses with that right uppercut on the exit. Minute left in the third. Again, Pitbull looking for his moneymaker, that right hand.
He also has a very good left hook that he uses.
And again scores with the right. 10 of his 29 victories have come due to his punching power. Archuleta unable to close the distance on the champion.
Yeah, he's unable to get that. He's staying far to the outside, even outside of kickboxing range. He's trying to close that space. It's a lot of space. He's got to just work his way in.
And when he does close the distance, unable to get the takedown there, with now 20 seconds left in the third stanza. And there, Archuleta changing levels, but it's Pitbull looking for the guillotine. 5 seconds left in the round. Oh, the bell.
Dwayne Ludwig and Joe Stevenson, who Archuleta started out with, they're both still in his corner.
Fourth round, the penultimate round, and Archuleta comes out and scores with a combination on the champ. Pitbull lands a left hook, and Archuleta, this is the sense of urgency that was lacking in some earlier featherweight opening round bouts tonight.
Exactly, but as Archuleta comes in, he's got to be careful because he is leaving openings for Pitbull to exploit.
Archuleta's all about entertainment, all about giving the crowd a show, and meanwhile Pitbull maintaining his residence in the center of the cage.
He has definitely staked a claim to where he wants the fight to be, and so far he's been the one controlling it.
What would you like to see more out of the champion here in round 4?
Well, just, when you got a guy like Archuleta coming at you, it's those moments right there.
Oh, the left hook! Tag, but more off balance. Archuleta on his back.
It's okay. That's what I'm talking about. Don't just back off. Look for your counter. He ends up in a position now. He has the advantage.
And now Pitbull has the back of Juan Archuleta.
Heavy hips on hips. He doesn't have any hooks, and that's why you see Pitbull riding his hips
knee
back.
to the gluteus maximus. I don't think I've ever said that before, John.
Knees don't look like a whole lot, but they all hurt. That's a Charlie horse every time.
We're going to see a high amplitude German suplex out of the Brazilian.
Good, depending upon his hand structure. You see him bring his hips into Archuleta's hips. That's telling you, I'm going to try to elevate you. Archuleta just working the hands, trying to separate him. It's not easy.
This is where Archuleta does not want to be against the champion, stapled to the fence, although Archuleta doing some damage there with those elbows to the rib cage. And now it's Pitbull just feeding those piston-like knees again to the derriere of Archuleta.
Still unable to unlock. Now he's got his hands unlocked.
Good switch here by Archuleta, but he's got the guillotine now on Pitbull. Momentarily.
Went for the jumping knee. That's what you gotta like about Archuleta. He had the guillotine.
He takes
I'm not gonna get it. He'll take the risk to go for the flying knee.
By the way, Pitbull has never been submitted. Under 2 minutes left in the fourth. Still to come in the second of our 2 main events. The Lyoto Machida beating Gegard Mousasi in a middleweight rematch. Mousasi looking to avenge a loss 5 years ago, and here we go.
You need time or no? Hey, take time. I know he stepped in as it did, completely unintentional. I'm going to give him the time. Keep your head up. You cannot make any more mistakes like this, okay?
He jumped in on that one.
I understand, yes.
Their destiny in this tournament, giving the matchmakers a break as we resume action here. Archuleta moving in. 3.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. And Archuleta swinging wildly there, does not score with that combination.
No, but he's going for it. You gotta love the fact he's not sitting back.
He's got to be careful. We've seen Pitbull with the counter and step right into that left hook from the champ.
Exactly right, Mo. That's what I'm talking about. When you go, you're leaving openings, and does he catch you in that opening?
And it appears that's exactly what Pitbull is waiting to do.
Can't blame him.
3 minutes left in the fourth frame. More Ronaldo, Big John McCarthy here at cage side, joined by Jay Glazer, Chael Sonnen, Bellator MMA flyweight champion Ilima-Lei McFarland, and Jen Brown as Archuleta scores with that combo.
Right now, Archuleta has got volume going in the striking game.
Oh, nice.
A whole lot on the ground.
Right hand, though, by Pitbull again.
Yep.
2.5 left in the round. And there's a naked shot, well defended by Pitbull, and again he's looking for that guillotine. And you wonder, Archuleta from long distance, telegraphing the takedown.
Well, what he's trying to do is use that same footwork that he's been coming in with strikes and change levels and get into them.
It was a little early for the clap. We're fifth and final round. The two touch gloves. The champion in the red gloves, Patricio Pitbull. The challenger in the blue gloves, the Spaniard Juan Archuleta. Archuleta trying to extend that incredible win streak to 19, and he is coming out aggressively, knowing that this is his final opportunity. And how do you have it after 4 rounds on your unofficial scorecard, John?
I have it right now where I have Pitbull. He's got this as far as if it goes to a decision. Archuleta is going to have to take chances. He's got to go after it. If he wants to win this fight, he's got to do something. He got hurt right there.
And there's a jumping knee by Patricio Pitbull, looking to close the show in electrifying fashion.
And every time I've watched Pitbull in a 5th round, since his loss to Pat Curran, he has always dominated the 5th round of a fight. He has saved himself. He knows he's going to go after a guy, and he's going to try to do damage.
And Archuleta, with 1 minute gone in the 5th, knows that he has to take risks. See, they have to be calculated, but he has to find a way to get through the minefield. And there he changes levels, but it's well defended by Patricio Pitbull, who of course has Eric Albarracin in his corner.
You watch how Pitbull defends that takedown and how he just digs the underhook, just overpowers Juan Archuleta.
And Pitbull's also worked with another pretty good wrestler, Olympic gold medalist, double champion in the UFC, Henry Cejudo, and his brother, you're right. Pitbull now trying to change levels. It's being stymied by Archuleta, who now pins the champ along the fence, looking for the high crotch note. Pitbull and there are just looking to gain the advantage.
Archuleta trying to make something happen, trying to drive him against the cage, looking for a space that he can attack. Sucks the leg up. Pitbull's balance too good. Can't get him down. All these techniques that you use time and time again against other opponents, and then you come in and this guy just stymies all of them.
Really, they're expending kilojoules of energy. I mean, the way they
no doubt about it. This is a fast pace.
Fast pace here with the midpoint of the 5th and final round. Exchange jabs.
Juan Archuleta just took another nice little shot, left hand by Pitbull.
Pitbull on a 4-fight win streak, coming off the huge victory over Michael Chandler to join Ryan Bader as the only double champs in Bellator MMA. Morales looking to target the body before going upstairs. There's another left that lands for the champ. Oh, there is a cutting. Was it from the headbutt? Clash of heads?
A clash of heads, I believe.
Minute and a half left in the round, and the right hand again. Caught Archuleta on the face. And Archuleta has to be cognizant of the fact that he has to put it all on the line here as we near the final 60 seconds. Pitbull looking for the single leg. Good trip takedown, but immediately countered by Archuleta back to his feet. Final minute of the fight.
Nice job to get back to his feet. Pitbull actually made a very technically sound and very effective inside trip for the takedown. Archuleta scrambles back. He's got to make something happen. He's running out of time. 40 seconds.
We are closing out the opening round of the Bellator MMA Featherweight World Grand Prix. The 8th and final member of the quarterfinals being determined in this championship fight. 20 seconds left. Elbow strikes from Archuleta, but it appears that Patricio Pitbull is on his way to successfully defending the title and joining the 7 others and putting an exclamation point on the fight with the takedown.
Judge Ron McCarthy sees it 50-45. Judge Anthony Manus scores it 49-46. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision. Now advancing in the Featherweight World Grand Prix, and still Bellator Featherweight World Champion Patricio Pitbull.
Patricio Pitbull successfully defends the Bellator MMA Featherweight title with his 30th victory, increasing his win streak to 5, snapping Archuleta's 18-fight win streak. So the field debate is now complete. The selection show is coming up, but right now, let's hear from the champ.
I'm here with your winner, Patricio Pitbull. That was a 5-round battle. You were in control the whole time. Were you feeling good in this fight?
This dude is a warrior. I want to thank him for this fight. I am very happy. We did a great battle here. So, Los Angeles, I love you guys.
Did any of his movement back and forth, inside and out, give you any problems?
Yeah, he's very dynamic, but me and my corners, you were ready to this game, and you made it. That's it. Next step, let's take that GP.
Well, I think next stop is for you to go up on that stage, and there's going to be a selection show. Congratulations on maintaining your title. Ladies and gentlemen, the champ, Patricio Pitbull.